important. So I don't know. Let me point this out first. I don't know if you guys noticed. I added something here. So there's the extra office hours, there's the tutoring, but also now I've added a link to mental health resources, which, we all need some help there. So this is the stuff that you can get through Grossmont for free. You can actually request telemental health, so telehealth, over the Zoom with somebody. So just think about that. I mean, everybody needs stuff. I've gone to see therapists before, so there's no shame in it at all. It's just being a human being. We need help, and especially nowadays. Good Lord. So if you need help, it's up there. I'm pretty sure they should have sent something out to you guys, but I wanted to put that up there too. Let me see. Was there something else I wanted to show you? I don't think so. So any questions from homework stuff? I really kind of want to devote some time to homework questions, if there are any. No? Everything's going great? All the homework is going fantastic? No problem at all?
I think it's because we don't really have anything so far due this week.
Yes, you do.
So do we?
Yes, I added it this morning, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that thing. I'm really not used to having to add a place to turn in homework, but if you go to it should show up on your to-do list also, but I've added a place for 2.5 and 2.6. And I'll add a place for 2.7 and 2.8 soon. You got a little bit of time, of course, but please, dear God, I don't know if you guys hear this when I say this, but turn it in the minute you get it done. You don't have to wait till the 23rd, turn it in, right? That's just the latest is it just guessing? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know. Checking homework. What's going on? I don't understand. All right, so here we go.
Professor, I have a question about that. We have a mistake. We did a mistake in the homework, and you have a mistake here and here and here. Okay, and we try to do it again, but we're not sure if we did it right or wrong, right? And
all right, so I've
didn't correct the second time for us.
All right.
How we know that?
All right, I've talked about this several times. Let me count how many people are here doing the grading. 1. Okay, so my focus is on new stuff. I have requested that if there are specific questions you're not sure about in homework I've graded, you talk to me. Come to office hours, ask questions, send me an email. But if you can't understand that I am one person and I'm already working a lot, so there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to look at everybody's corrections. So you have to be more specific about help you need. And I think I've told you guys, yeah, the tutors are awesome. There you go. Somebody's telling you got the tutors to go to, you've got me to go to, all kinds of stuff.
But we can work together after the due date for the homework. Can work together in the Zoom meeting, and we finish just going fast in all the question, and everyone has any mistake, they can correct it again.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Okay, after everything has a due date. After the due date finish, we can go in the Zoom. Last 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we can go fast in all the question, and you can give us the right answer. In this case, everyone will be, if I have a mistake, I can catch where my mistake.
Well, no. So part of this is trying to force people to actually talk to me or talk to tutors. So some of this is on your shoulders. So that is the way it will be. If you want to know the answer to something and you're like, I made corrections or turn it in, but can I know the answer to this? I'll tell you. You just have to communicate with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to broadcast answers to stuff because I take late homework and I always want people to be able to try the homework on their own. And if I'm broadcasting answers, that's not going to happen. Yeah. Plus, I don't want to broadcast answers and have it on a recorded thing because then future years can just look at old recordings and say, I got my homework done. I'm just watching them talk about all the answers. No, so that's no good. So you've got tutors, you've got extra office hours and the normal office hours with me. You can email me other times if those times don't work. I'm not exactly sure how much more I can do. So that's there. Okay. I understand it's not easy remote. I understand that, but it's not easy on everybody. And if you think I'm not doing as much as I should be, let me know. But I am. All right. Anyway. Anybody else with questions from homework stuff or general stuff?
Yeah, I have a question for number 2 on 2.4. I seem to not be getting the simple stuff. So if we could go over that, please.
Yeah, let me see, hold on. Here we go. Okay. Oh, so in number 1, you're going to end up with how many miles this is, right? So then you just have to convert that many miles to feet. And you know how many feet are in a mile from the table, or some of you guys might know this, right? So, well, let's see, where was I? Oh, good. Let's pretend this is not the right answer, but let's pretend that I got 5.2 miles. And I want to convert that to feet. Are you with me? So in number 1, I'm going to get some number of miles. I'm telling you this, it is not 5.2. But let's say I got 5.2. How am I going to convert that to feet? How would I convert that to feet? So I want to go from miles to feet. So where would I put miles?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. I like it. And then on top would be feet. So then I could put 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And then what am I going to do with these two?
We are going to multiply 5.2 times 5,280.
Yeah. So whatever answer you get here is the number you're going to put where I put 5.2. Because I'm trying to convert this many miles to so many feet. Yeah. Is everybody cool with that? A few people got number 1 wrong because you treated 10 as if it was miles. The real reason is you didn't do that. Here's the problem. Some of you guys are just saying, okay, 10 kilometers and miles, and you're getting the number, right? And you're just throwing it in there. So like what is it? 1 point, what do they tell you? I forget what they tell you. Do they say 1.61 or 1.6? 1.61. All right. So you see that there's 1.61. Jeff, sorry, I gotta hit so many buttons just to do something. All right, 1.61 kilometers a mile, and you just go 10 times 1.61 without any thought. What told you to multiply there? I don't see how you made that decision, right? So this is all about, do I divide or do I multiply? And is there a thing that exists that helped me see when to multiply or divide? Yeah, the grid. So think about it. I want you guys, another way to think about this. All right, stay with me, guys. Let's see. Let me write this better here. So 1.61 kilometers is 1 mile. So 2 miles would be how many kilometers? What would you do? If 1 mile is, yeah, sorry?
You'd multiply 2 by
Yeah.
1.61.
Yeah. I had to multiply this by 2, so I got to multiply this by 2. So that would be 3.22 kilometers, right? So if I'm going from miles to kilometers, I'm going to multiply, but that's not what I'm doing here. I'm going from kilometers to miles. So I'm going to have to divide, right? Do I always want to kind of do this? No, I'd much rather go, okay, 10 kilometers, make the grid. Where would kilometers go? Put miles on the other side, right? Is everybody with me? Do you guys understand? Some of you guys just don't seem to trust me that this is helpful. And so you're just kind of guessing what to do with the numbers, but that's a 50-50 shot, right? So you're going to be wrong half the time at least, right? So it's not a good way to go, right? Is that all right? I'm not saying that's what you did, Guillermo. I don't know what you did, but a lot of people did that. Yeah.
It's clear. Thank you.
Okay. So I really hope you guys understand. Does everybody understand that conversions are basically all about, do I divide now or do I multiply now? That's really what they boil down to. And so this is that dichotomy between, do I multiply? Well, the number would be up top. Do I divide? Well, the number would be on the bottom. It's so beautiful if you let it be. Okay. Anything else from the homework? This is wide open, guys. You can private message me if you want to. You can leave.
Can you go over number 7 on 2.4, please?
Yeah. Oh, is number 7 the silly one?
Yeah.
All right. So on number 6, you will end up with some number of inches per hour, right?
Yes.
Okay. This one wants you to take that and make it miles per hour. So effectively, what do I have to convert? I already have the per hour, don't I? So that's fine. So what do I have to convert?
Inches into per hour?
No.
Miles to per hour?
No. Okay, listen. I currently, in number 6, I have inches per hour. I have inches per hour from number 6. I want to change that to miles per hour. So what's the part that actually has the change?
The inches?
Yeah, the inches have to be changed to miles, right?
Yeah.
So if I have some number of inches per hour, how do I start to change that to miles? Or where can I go? I can go from inches to what? To miles. I'll tell you that it's only 2 steps.
Inches to feet?
Yes, inches to feet and then feet to miles. So
Right.
I'm going to go. So then I just start, I put the number I get from number 6 here. That's how many inches per hour I got. And then I got to go from inches. So you say to yourself, where do I put inches and where do I put feet?
You put feet next to inches and hour on the bottom.
No.
Is it the other way around?
No. I like this, but you're not going from hours to whatever. You're going from inches to
Oh,
feet.
sorry, that's what I meant. I meant
Okay.
inches.
I got you. And then you go the next step, feet to miles.
Right.
Is that cool?
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Sure. And the answer is going to come out a little gross, and they kind of give that away. It's kind of like I think I said this the other day, but I would never say, how far am I away from my laptop right now in miles? What? I'm not miles away from my laptop. I could do it, but it would be stupid small number of miles because I'm right here next to my laptop. This is actually my phone up here. My laptop's over there. All right. Anyway, because my laptop webcam is basically potato quality. So, all right, guys. Anything else from homework? Now is the time to get it out there. If there's something that just is not making any damn sense, now is the time. And again, if you're shy, you could private chat a question to me. Did I answer? Somebody asked me a question. I don't know if I answered it. Let me see. I just noticed in chat. Oh, I didn't. All right. So somebody asked me about this question. And I talked a little bit about this question. This question is not going to be like really easy, but at the same time, it's not as hard as it might seem. Let's do one step. So there's 11 hours that this chart represents, right? This blue piece is just a little less than how much of the whole pie? This blue piece is a little less than how much?
Half.
A little less than half. Half of 11 is about what?
5.5.
Yeah, so a little less than that, let's say 5. So I'll do that much for you. So I would estimate that live TV, which is this piece, is about 5 hours. All right. And then how much is this chunk, the radio? That looks to be exactly how much?
4.
1/4. So 1/4 of 11 is about whatever, and you put that there. Do you guys see what I'm saying? This is estimation. This is estimation. Maybe. So there's almost, no, there's really, let me not say there's no wrong answer, but there's a lot of right answers. There's a lot of right answers.
Okay. I did another way.
Sure.
About the 100%, the total of the pie, and
Sure.
I divided all the numbers and I put each one times 11 and give the answer. That's right.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be estimates. I don't even want to see that level of work. It's supposed to be estimates. So I really don't want answers down here that look like 6.17239 hours or something. That's not an estimate.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not saying your method is wrong. I'm just saying this should be just an estimation. So it shouldn't be that precise. Okay, maybe. Is that okay? Let me know. It's okay. You can private chat me and say, you suck. Why don't you try to explain it again, math boy? You might not want to do that. That's probably a bad idea.
Thank you. Thanks.
You don't want to say that to your teacher. It's not a good idea. But I can take it. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything else from homework? Anything? What section are you in? What are you having trouble with? Is there a problem that's just kicking your ass? Now's the time to ask me. I just feel like being a little weird. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. Where do we leave off? We got into 2.6 and we were talking about relative change. And I want to do a few more problems out of the book. We kind of left off. Let me see here. We left off here. Perfect. Okay, so this is section 2.6, page 231. If you got your book, do this. Do number 8. I'll just sit here. Maybe I'll go get some tea. You guys do number 8. Alrighty. All right. So this one is not relative change. This is just reminding you how percentages kind of work directly if I already know the percentage, right? So relative change is if I don't know the percentage. So what would I do? What's the work that I need to do for number 8?
times 435 million by 0.07.
I like it. So I want to do 7% of, which means multiply, 435. Kick ass.
And then you add the result of that to
Good.
435.
I like it. So what do you guys get when you do? Oh, that's right. My poor calculator, man. All right, you're going to die at any moment. So what do you guys get for this?
Around 465 million.
Oh, okay. Let me catch up to you. So for this, you get 30.45, right? And if you add that to where you started, that gets you to 465, and it tells you to round to the nearest million. So that would be 465 million.
Cool.
Kick ass. I love this problem. Number 9, especially, because politicians do this shit all the time. So suppose that only 440 million is budgeted for that program in the next year, right? In 2018, not the amount that you really requested. Is everybody with me? Is 440 million an increase or a decrease from the year before?
I
It's a
guess
decrease.
Decrease.
It's a what now? Sorry?
It's a decrease.
Nope. What did they spend the year before? So this is 2018. What did they spend the year before?
Oh, 435 million.
Exactly. You're doing what the politicians want you to do and focusing on the number that's not real.
Okay.
This number is not real. This is a requested amount that doesn't exist yet, right? And I don't care if you can label my thought process any way you want to, but it's the right one. Oh, let me see. Where does the rest of the money go? That's the part of the problem, isn't it? So where am I? Oh, this asks me find the actual change and the relative change in the amount spent from 2017 to this. So go ahead and do that. So what does this mean? In 2017, they spent 435. In 2018, they've got 440 million to work with, right? So figure out the actual change and the relative change between those two. From 435 to 440.
This is actual change, I think.
Sorry?
I think this is actual change.
No. You got to find both,
Okay.
right? What is the actual change? How much money did it change by?
5 million.
5 million. I like it. So how do I find what they call relative change and what I like to call percent change? How do you always find that? It's change divided by, let me turn off my,
By initial,
yes.
so 435 million.
Where'd you guys go? Where are you? There you are. All right. Yeah, change divided by original. So it'll be 5 divided by 435. So help me out, guys. What is that? Does everybody, let me stop for a minute. That last thing we're doing right now, that's the new thing. That is from this section. Percent change. And any percentage is always the thing divided by the total. So in this case, it's the change divided by the original. So I want to base it on what it was originally. So what does that come out to be?
87.
Hell, and definitely not. 5 is a very small part of 435.
0.0114942.
Yes, and I think somebody else agrees with you. So 0.01149. So what's it say? Does it say to round anything? No. So we'll just make this about 1.15%. You guys with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. because you got to move this over once, twice, and I can round this to 5. All good. So that is an increase. It is positive, definitely, because it went up. So the budget increased. Okay. Now, so everybody got this written down. Everybody good? Okay. I'm going to have to lose all this, which kind of sucks. So let me see. 465 million is important. All right. Let me see. You guys are going to help me out in a minute. So let's tie this all together. Number 10 says, a news article reports that this amount has been cut by 5.4%. So let's see, it was 435 originally. It went to 440, but the request was 465. Is everybody with me? Just want to capture everything. So this was an actual, let me use the right words. This was a percent increase of 1.15%. But a news article said the program was cut by 5.4%. Does this match what we found here? Of course not. So where the shit did they come up with that number? That number is correct, by the way, and in a very weird way. How do you think they came up with a decrease of 5.4%?
They went off of the money requested.
Yeah, this imaginary money doesn't exist. So what's the difference between 440 and 465? Let's see. So what's the actual change there?
15.
Become a word.
25.
Actual change. There we go. Yeah, $25. I'm sorry, $25 million. This is all in millions. How do I find the relative change? I take the actual change and divide it by the
Original.
original. Now, in this case, this is going to get a little weird. In this case, the original was 465. That's what they originally requested, and this is what they got. So I really want you guys with me. You gotta be. It's a little bit. Sometimes you got to be careful about what you're dividing by. You always have to be careful about what you're dividing by, but sometimes it's not as easy to tell what the original is in a case. So in this case, 465 would be the original. So let's see if we get the same. Oh, my battery is dying. Okay, 25 divided by 465. Yeah, okay. What do you guys get when you do this division?
5.37.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So like 5.4% if I rounded as much as they did. So we get the 5.4%, and it would be a decrease. And again, I'm not trying to mislead you guys, but do you understand how this is a misuse of mathematics? The program increased by 1.15%. The news article stating this is hyper technically not wrong, but they also are, it's also misinformation at the same time. I don't know if you guys are with me. Okay. All right. So this kind of thing happens so freaking much. And people are so easily misled.
Mhm.
And anyway, sorry. It's a little ranty. Go ahead. All right. So you can understand as a math teacher, it's very frustrating to see people being so misled by people that know that people don't know, right? That's a lot of people. By politicians that know that the average person does not understand this well enough to look into it a little bit. Rawr. Okay. Let me clear all this away. Do you really have to worry about all the politics and all this bullshit? No, you just have to focus on the math. But I like this problem because it shows you why you want to know more math. So you're not easily misled by me or anybody, right? I have biases. You always want to be able to check out what anybody says. I could be full of shit. You wouldn't know if you didn't know enough math. Heck yeah. All right. Sorry, I'll stop. All right. So let's see. All right. Let's see if they give us. Oh yeah, this is good. This is some good shit. Here's a nice easy question. When you're buying carpet, do you want to overestimate how much you need or underestimate how much you need?
Overestimate.
Hell yeah, of course, right? You can have a little extra you put in the garage and you use it for repairs or whatever if you need to, or whatever. All right. Or you put it on a wall so that when you're high, you can just kind of go against, oh, furry wall. All right, sorry. Sorry. I'm thinking about a specific movie right now. So let's do this. Or I say let's, and I'm going to make you do it. Haha. Find the area of the bedroom. And they've got it in inches, which is kind of neat. Oh, that's right. This is going to lead to, that's right. All right. All right. Yeah. Let's do 2 and 3. And then I've got a major side note to talk to you guys, and I'll probably do it up on the whiteboard, but do number 2 and number 3. Should not be a big deal. Don't overthink this. It's a big rectangle and a small rectangle. Find their areas. No big deal. You really never see in inches, but that's okay. Oh yeah, we could do 4 also. Okay. My poor calculator. I have no idea where my charger is. Shit. You're gonna die, calculator. All right, let me catch up to you guys. What'd you guys get here? Area of the bedroom?
26, 49, 6 inches squared.
Whoa. So bedroom is 128 by 182, right?
Yeah.
128 times 182. I get 23296.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's going to be, what's the units on that? Sorry, you might have said it. I might have missed
Inches squared.
it. Inches squared. I like it. Everybody good?
And
What
then
about the closet?
The closet's 3,200 inches.
Yeah, 64 times 50. That sounds like 3,200. I like it. What now?
Squared.
Good. All right.
All right. And then you add those together to
Got
get
some chats coming in. Oh, people is just let me know. So be careful.
then-
Oh yeah, it's hard to do inches squared in chat, but be careful.
26,496 inches squared. You add them together, right?
Yeah, but we're not going to do that yet.
Oh.
So number 4 says each of the doorways needs some carpet also. Carpet is needed for the entire doorway between the bed and the closet. Right. So what do they tell me? The doorway is 30 inches wide. Each of these. Even though they don't look like they're the same. Oh, wait. Why, Jeff? That's why. You can do it. Hold on. If I could just read instructions, I would probably be better off. So it says 30 inches wide and the walls are 4 inches thick. I guess they mean that. Well, that's weird. I guess they do mean this. Okay, 30 inches wide and the walls are 4 inches thick. All right, let me stop for a minute. Is everybody with me? So I got a little area like this, where this is 4 inches and this is 30 inches. But, all right, but you need the entire doorway between the bedroom and the closet and half of the doorway into the bedroom. Why? I don't know. Because, so the bedroom is going to be, this doorway is going to be just halfway. So 2 inches by 30 inches. That's the way that would make sense to me. I don't know if you guys are with me or not. This is getting, a little bit technical, but this is what you have to be able to do is interpret what a problem is giving you. So how many total square inches do I get for this little section that I've got a carpet?
180 inches squared.
Yeah, so this will be 60 square inches and this will be 120 square inches. So that gives you 180 square inches. And now if you add that to what you need for the closet and what you need for the bedroom, oh crappity do that. There's supposed to be a 2 there. Now you can give me a total amount. I don't know. What is it going to be? 23, 26, 5, 26, 6, 74? I don't know. I lost 26, 676. Is that what it is? Are you guys out there? Is anybody out there?
26626.
266. I get,
26676.
yeah, 26676. Yeah. All right. So that is the total actual amount of carpet that I need. How much did the carpet installer estimate? Look at the very beginning of this problem. How much did the carpet installer estimate they needed?
24 2/3 square yards.
Yeah. Now, what sucks about the way the estimate's given to me and the way that we've calculated this?
They're entirely different systems.
Damn. Not entirely different, right? And one's not in metric, thankfully, but one's in square inches and the other one's in square yards, right? So we need to have a little side discussion about, I know how to convert like inches to feet, but how do you convert square inches to square feet?
You have to go through your grid, right?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
you
let's
could
talk
just, you could do 26,000, yeah, divided by 12, and then multiply that number by 3. Or no,
No,
that was
all right,
wrong.
let's talk about it. Wait, let's talk about it. It's not quite right. The way we do it is actually remarkably nice. It's crazy. So watch this. Oh God, I hope you guys, yeah, good. It's in the chat. Thank God. I need those numbers. So let me turn off my MC Escher. Where am I at? Here it is. Shit. It's the wrong thing, Jeff. Hold on. Oh crap. Now I turned on my video. Oh boy, this is awesome. Old man on the Zoom. Bam. All right. So. So we're going to have a general discussion about how to convert square units. So that's going to exist by itself. And then we're going to apply that idea to this problem. So let's do the one I was just talking about, inches to feet. So square inches to square feet. So let's do this first. Sure, go down there. If I have, let's recall, let's do an easy one. Easy problem. 50 inches is how many feet? How do I do that?
$12 inches is 1 foot.
Good. Where's inches go?
On the
Bottom.
bottom.
So 12 inches, 1 foot. So I'm going to do 50 divided by 12. And what do you guys get for that? 4.17. Is that right?
Yes, sir, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
4.1. That's fine. That's okay, math boy. Good enough for government work. All right. 4.17 feet. Now, so that's easy shit. Easy shit. Why did I put an inch there? So that it would cancel with this, right? So now watch. Here's something really cool. What if instead I had 50 square inches and I want to take them to how many square feet? What does square inches mean? What does that mean? That's a weird statement, but like, what does 5 squared mean?
Inches
5
times
times 5.
5 times 5. So what does inches squared mean? Inch times inch. So watch. if I write my little grid like I always do, and I put inch and foot, have I killed both inches?
No.
No, I've killed one of them. So yeah, maybe. So I have to do it again. So I kill both. I have to have 1, 2 because there were 2. So 12 inches to 1 foot, 12 inches to 1 foot. Now think about why this makes sense. Every inch I've got to divide by 12 to make it become feet. So I've got 2 sets of inches. I have to divide by 12 twice. And what am I going to end up in?
Feet squared.
Feet squared. There you go. That's how you know you're right, is you end up in the correct units. So an inch to foot, another inch that kills both of these. And now it gives you square feet, which is what you need. So what is 50 divided by 12 divided by 12? I'm not going to be as nifty this time. It's like 0.301 014. I don't know. I'm probably way off. What do you guys get?
0.347.
There. I had to adjust mine. So 0, 3, 4, something or other. 7, blah, blah. Okay. I like it. Neat. So that is how you handle conversions that are to higher powers, that are area, volume. Let's do a volume one. So what if I had 6 cubic yards and I want to know how many cubic feet that is? 6 cubic yards. So how many, what do I need?
So you need yards on the bottom and feet on top.
How many times?
3 times?
3 times. Because now I killed 2 yards, but there's 3. Bastards. I've got to kill all of them. There we go. Now I killed yard, yard, yard kills yard cubed. And I'm going to end up in feet times feet times feet, feet cubed. So now where am I going to put what? So now I know that 1 yard is 3 feet. 1 yard is 3 feet. 1 yard is 3 feet. So now I just got to do 6 times 3 times 3 times 3. Is that 162?
Yes.
Okay. Does everybody get that idea? It's a remarkably simple idea. You would think maybe that it would be really difficult to handle squares and cubes units, but it just means if you have a cubic unit, you need 3 of these. If you got a square unit, you need 2 of these. If you got a linear unit, 1, you just need 1 of them, like we did the very first problem. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice, kids? No? You guys all right? Okay. A few people I can see look puzzled or kind of bored. I don't know. So, all right.
It's just new and interesting.
Okay, good.
Never
Let
seen
me give you a different perspective on this. Look at this problem again up here. Let me give you a visual perspective on this. This might not be the best, but too bad, Jeff. Oh, Jesus. All right. All right. 6 cubic yards. Yeah, this is probably not the best, but oh, well, too bad. Well, couldn't that be, so 6 cubic yards, just go with me here. Just go with me. Couldn't that be like 2 yards by 3 yards by 1 yard? Wouldn't that become 6 cubic yards? Is that all right?
Yes.
Now, watch this. And again, you don't have to do this, but this is a nice visual. 2 yards, wouldn't that be 6 feet? Yes.
Yes.
3 yards, wouldn't that be 9 feet?
Yes.
And
Okay.
1 yard, wouldn't that be 3 feet?
Correct.
So what is the volume now using the feet instead of the yards? If I use the yards, I get 6 cubic yards. If I use the feet, what do I get?
Yes. 18.
I get the same thing. So
62.
if you multiply 6 times 9 times 3, you get 162. Yeah. So this is the visual idea behind the grid that we did. Each side has its own unit. They each have to be converted, which is why in the grid, I need 3 grid pieces for each side. Ouch. All right. So let's come back to the problem. Is there something else? No. Let's come back to, oh, there was a little something. Nah. One last thing. Everything I said is beautiful. You guys can do it that way. Just in case you want to see a bit of a shortcut, I can do this. 1 yard to 3 feet, but I need cubed. You could do it this way instead. I need cubed. So 3 cubed is 27 times 6 is 162. That's a little bit of a shortcut, but you got to be really comfortable with what the hell you're doing. Because now cubic yards cancels. This is 27 times 6 is still 162. Okay, that's enough. Let's go back to the problem in the book. Come here. Thankfully, Trisha has put these numbers in the chat for me, so I remember what the hell they are. All right. So the problem 5 says convert the total carpeted area to square yards. So we got, dadgummit. All right, here we go. We got 26,676, right? Cubic inches, square inches from number 4. That's the total area. And now I got to convert that to square yards. Now, let's create a bit of a shortcut. How many feet to a yard? That's right, kids, 3 feet. How many inches to a foot?
12.
12. So how many inches to a yard?
12 inches times 3 feet.
Good. So 36 inches in a yard. So there's a conversion that makes it 1 step instead of 2, right? So how do I work this then? How many inches do I need? So I obviously, where do I put inches?
On the
Up
bottom.
Bottom right. Bottom right.
Yeah, I need them to die. So I'm going to put them across. So I'm going to put 1, 2, and then I got feet. So then 1 foot is 12 inches, 1 foot is 12 inches. And now I know to take this bad boy and divide by 12 twice. So what do you guys get when you do that?
$185.25.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? Ugh, I love you guys. You guys are like so polite. I'm completely screwing this up. All right, let me come back. We just did all this work to get to yards, and here I am going the long way. Let me try it over again. So what I did wrong there was I just developed a way to go straight from inches to yards, and then I still went to feet anyway. That was kind of dumb on my part. I'm sorry. So I want to go straight from inches to yards. There we go, Jeff. We just developed a way to do that. And then I was like, I don't care. So 36 inches in a yard, 36 inches in a yard. Now I'm going to end up in square yards. So that's what kind of reminded me that I made a mistake is I looked up here. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be in freaking yards. What the shit? All right. I could say I did that mistake on purpose, but I did not. So now if I divide by 36 twice.
20.5833.
Whoa, what did I do? Oh, I see. Jeff, you are just having a good time. There we go. I agree. So I think, what'd you say, 20.5?
58.
5.8?
583.
3 forever. Yeah. I like it. So that'll be, oops, sorry. yards squared. I really can't keep things straight. But this is kind of nice that I'm making so many mistakes because the way I caught myself, I started writing inches here and I looked back over here. I'm like, wait a minute, it's supposed to be freaking yards. So as I write things, I want to give myself clues as to what I'm supposed to end up with. And I'm always kind of looking back. I'm like, I started writing inches. Oh shit, I killed my inches. I should be in yards. Okay, no big deal. So going back up, what was it? Let me see. What was the estimate they made? 24 2/3. So did we get, obviously, are we going to have enough carpet if they got an estimated 24 2/3 yards, square yards? We only needed how much? This much, right? So are we going to have enough? Definitely. We're going to have more than enough. We'll have some extra. And then they can have their special room with the carpeted wall if they want to. Fuzzy wall. Okay. Maybe. You guys okay out there? All right. So we learned a little something new, and that's actually from a previous section. I just forgot to go over it. How to convert if you have areas with square units, volumes with cubic units. How does that work with the grid? Now you know how that works with the grid. Okay. I'm going to clear this away. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, let's see. Find the percent error. So let me see. You guys are going to have to help me out. So we got 20.58, we'll say 3 square inches. And the estimate was 24 2/3, right? Was that what it was? 24 2/3?
Yes.
Jeff. All right, 24 2/3. Where'd it go? Holy crap, Jeff. Yeah, 24 2/3. Thank you. Boom. 24. So that's 0.667. Believe it or not. So to find the percent error, now here's one of those situations where what am I going to divide by? So what was the actual difference here? Oh, shit. Gather. So you just have to subtract those two. So what's the actual difference? Oh, what am I putting?
4.084.
I'm having so much trouble today. This is kind of funny. This was yards, sorry. Square yards we got to. Sorry, 4 point. Was it 0.84?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the actual difference. Now to find the percent error. So now we got to figure out what percent error. So that's the same thing as percent change in a sense. But what am I going to divide by? Percent error in the estimate. So that pretty much tells me what I want to divide by. I'm going to divide by, sorry?
The 24.
Yes, I want to divide by the estimate, 24.667, because I want to know the percent error in the estimate. So whatever the hell that is. So I'm going to divide how far off I was divided by what my estimate was. So this is an example problem where you have to be very careful about, okay, what am I going to divide by? The nice thing is they pretty much tell you when they want to say, find the percent error for this. All right, that's what I'm going to divide by. So you get 16.56. Sounds about right. That's actually a pretty big error. I mean, having 4 something extra square yards of carpet is quite a bit of carpet. So, okay. All right. Let me see. Now here's something interesting. Let's look at number 8. Can everybody see number 8 down here? I kind of want to keep this here. When you buy carpet, you pay for the estimated amount. If it costs $28 per square yard, how much would they have paid? What would you do to figure out the total cost? And remember, it's based on the estimated amount. So $28 per square yard, How do you figure out how much money they had to pay? So it's $28 per square yard. Sorry?
Multiply
Multiply what?
28 by 24.667.
Yeah, and let me show you. You don't necessarily have to do this, but do you see how 28 per square yard? So then wouldn't I have to put the yard squared up here to cancel it if I want pure money? So then I would put 24.667 square yards. So that cancels the square yards, and I'm going to end up in cash. So whatever the hell 28 times 24.667 is, I don't really know. I actually don't really care because you just throw in the old calculator. Who cares? Oh shit, what did I just do? 28 times. There we go. I don't know. So I get 690 bucks and 68 cents.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
I think we use just 20 and a half yard for that room. We have to use 20 and a half yard or 24.
Read the first sentence in number 8.
Yeah, not everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I agree with you. If you're the, yeah, I don't like that either. I'm like, you guys, yeah, if you overestimate and you're making yourself more money, that seems a little bit sus. Let me just say suspect. I shouldn't use the young people's vernacular. All right, let me clear all this away. All right. Okay, so let's see. I don't think there's anything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, screw all this other stuff. Okay. So looking at the homework, I think I looked at this before, did I? Let's see. No, all right, this homework gets a little, all right, this homework gets a little interesting. You gotta be careful. The percent error sort of pops up every now and again, but they have a lot of volume problems in the homework. So it's a little bit like the carpet, but this time it's going to be cubic units. So you have to be careful when you're converting. And then they have some straight up relative changes and stuff. So, okay, so that's not going to be too bad. I want to say, so section 2.7, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's not on the homework sheet. I am going to go over it a little bit, and I'm going to make the homework extra credit for 2.7. But I still want to go over this because, and this is what I did last semester. I went over this and then I made the homework extra credit. But this goes a little bit into a specific thing you're going to do in statistics if you take statistics. And that is figuring out how spread out data is. So let me talk to you a little bit about this and then we'll end the class. When I give a test, I like to calculate the average. That makes sense, right? I can tell people this was the average. I also like to calculate a number that represents how spread out the data is. So why would that make sense for a teacher to know that? So if the average was an 80, but the number that represents the spread is big, that means some people scored really, really low and some people scored 100 perfect. So there was like this huge separation in the class. And I'm going to be a little worried about what that means, right? But if there was an average of an 80 and the spread is really tiny, that means everybody scored near 80, which is also concerning because not very many people got high B's or even any A's, and very few people, did really poorly, which is not like concerning, but it's like, did I make the test? Like, were there problems that were impossible that nobody can? Anyway, that's getting a little too in the weeds. So I want to figure out in section 2.7 a number that represents how spread out the data is. Does it get really far away from the mean, or does it stay really close to the mean? I want one number that's a measure of that. That's what section 2.7 is about. So we'll do a little bit of 2.7 and then we'll get into 2.8 over the next few classes. I think that's enough for today. And don't forget, I will make a practice midterm probably over this weekend and throw it up on Canvas. So that'll be something we can talk about next week, considering the midterm itself is next Thursday, right? So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, you're free to go. Don't forget my extra office hours, 11 to 12, if you want some extra time.
Thank you, Professor.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Everybody good? I'm going to head out.
Professor, you said
Oh.
that we were going to do the midterm on Zoom.
Yes.
Are we allowed to ask questions on it?
Yes, you can. I'm probably going to ask that you send me a private chat. And then if it's something I really need, well, any answer I give is something I would tell the whole class, right? So yes, you can ask questions about it. And then it's up to me how much I answer, you know.
It's usually like the wording that trips me up.
Yeah. So
All right,
that's
thanks.
fine. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys